Hey folks, wanted to shoot a little short video for you guys today. We're fortunate to be out here on our Lazy Man test facility way out in West Texas, do some hunting. And one of the things we wanted to take a minute and address with this video is we get a lot of customers, calling, wanting to know more of why we designed our blinds the way that we designed them. So fortunate today to have Donnie Carmichael, the original Lazy Man, out here at the ranch with us, and the inventor of the blind. So no better person to explain why he's designed the blinds the way that he's designed them, and kind of talk about some features with you. So I'll tell you, from knowing Donnie for many years, 20 plus years ago when he started Lazy Man, his whole idea on creating the blind was to try to have a product that every hunter could afford. That, you didn't have to have a big fat wallet and spend $3,000 to $4,000 on a hard-sided, fiberglass hunting blind. He wanted a fiberglass hunting blind first and foremost that everybody can afford. And so that's really the driver on what features he put into the blind and what features he didn't put into the blind. Okay, so the other thing that he wanted is, again, the average hunter isn't on a ranch where they got farm equipment that can position the blinds and stuff for them. The average hunter out there, I would say the normal hunter out there, the American hunter out there, it's a dad and a son, a granddad and a son, and maybe a grandchild that are trying to put these blinds out and position them, and they don't have a tractor with forks, etc., to move these blinds around. So he wanted something that was very lightweight, that everybody can maneuver and position. We've got over 20 plus, I think it's over 26 now, Lazy Man blinds out here on this ranch. Every one of them was put out with good old-fashioned
7 fingers today.
Muscle. No farm equipment needed, right? Just a strong back. This Fat Girl blind, it's our best-selling blind, weighs completely assembled, everything, about 160 pounds, I want to say.
Yes.
So again, wanted a blind that everybody could afford, that was lightweight, and then equally as important, something that was durable. And so that's why Donnie has created this blind with a single seam. That's a proprietary design to Donnie's. We do have a couple panel style blinds, but all of our traditional blinds that Donnie has created all have a single seam. So there's one stress point on the blind compared to panel style blinds where you got a minimum of 4 corners, roof lines, floor lines. When those blinds blow over, and a blind is eventually going to get blown over,
those are just too stiff, and you get the flexibility of the fiberglass, as we've talked about before. It bends but doesn't break.
Exactly.
And of all the materials, like we've talked about, steel, wood, all the durability, just as soon as you put a wood blind up, it's deteriorating, it's rotting. You got your steel, it rusts. Yes, it's strong, but that equipment you just talked about,
heavy.
This per square foot is about a pound. There's almost 160 square feet here. That's 160 pounds. But when you take that durability that you just keep talking about, and you can bend and not break, that gives you something of a lifetime of use out of it. The lucky part about all it is, heat doesn't warp it, doesn't change it. It can deteriorate the surface, but I have had these units out now for over 22 years. Some of the paint has failed, but not the fiberglass. And that is a lifetime of use. May not look pretty, but it will hold up for a long longevity of time.
And I look at it, just like, your house or any of those other blinds that are out there.
There's maintenance you got to do too.
There's maintenance that you got to do, right?
Yes.
You got to paint your house every so often, right? You got to recaulk your windows on your house.
Change your oil in your vehicle. Right? There's a $60 to $100, but you could spend $20 in 10 years on another coat of paint. That's cheap maintenance.
Absolutely.
Now we've come out with over the years different styles of windows. And this year we're introducing a lot stronger window. Of course, I've been a MacGyver. I've tried to be as frugal and keep the prices as reasonable as I could for my hunters. And these have been a workhorse for us. They are simple, the plexiglass, simple plastic. Yes, let's call it cheap. Let's call it frugal. But when you get into the glass, and I hear people want them open inside, every time you open a product inside, then your gun's in there with you, your chairs are in there with you, that window opens up, it's in the way. My design was to slide. It's not everybody's can of, of arms that they want to play with, but the slide is out of your way. You seal across the top and the side, no water. Oh, I want my windows inside. Well, you get your windows inside and they slide down. Guess what comes in with you? Water. So I'm a hunter. I've hunted all my life since I was 9 years old. My dad, my parents, my grandpa, all my family. And your girls, I'm sure you folks have family. The memories you make. But you can't break your bank with a $4,000 blind. And that's where I really have excelled in, and bringing this to a market of hunters, the memories you can make without tearing that back pocket up.
I agree. And we also have a video on our YouTube channel or on our website where we show you some real easy maintenance ways to keep your windows operational. So again, Donnie, great point. We could put $100 glass windows in the blinds, but again, now we're back up to $1,000.
More
a blind that's going to retail for $1,000, $2,000 more, because each of those windows are going to cost minimum $100. So I think your window design, well, certainly requires some maintenance.
Yes.
In the long run, it's easy to use. It's kind of as I said in my video. For me, it's idiot proof, right?
Keep it
just
simple.
slides up and down. Keep it simple,
Yes.
stupid. And they are easy to maintain. Pack a $10 bolts from the store if you get something that strips out to replace it, and you're up and running again. Just real easy. So, I've become a fan actually of the window design over the years.
Even the new ones are the same practical, working order as the old ones. It is stiffer though, more trimming inside, so it's a softer flow of the window sliding. It's going to give you the same ease to install them. We went with bigger bolts instead of the smaller bolts. It's just evolving. We're not trying to make a Denali Chevrolet pickup or a Cadillac. This is not designed to that. But you, as a hunter, can add some carpet. $20 worth of remnants, or you can add some wood in the floor for a fancier floor, or the horse stall mats. We're not trying to doll these up. We're trying to keep it as cheap and frugal and let you, the hunter, add your amenities that will make you feel more comfortable at home. But this is 160 pounds. 90% of the hunting blinds in this market will be 500 pounds or more. Then go build your own. You'll have 800 to 900 pounds. Then you got to have those forks on tractors and forklifts, and you got muddy ground. This, you can haul it into an 80-acre field, one piece at a time, 60, 70 pounds.
And what we do out here, obviously, we assembled this blind earlier, so we bring them out here, unassembled. We'll assemble them here in the pole barn, load them on the trailer that you see over there, and we haul it off and put it in place.
Yes.
And again, no.
And hunt out of it the next day.
Hunt out of it the next day. And I didn't realize you were going to go there, but I'm glad that you did. We get a lot of consumers who are like, well, why don't you carpet the blinds? Why don't you put shooting shells in the blinds, etc. Well, again, all of that adds cost to the blind, and you may want to have it something different than what we have in our mind. So why would we pay to put carpeting in it and shooting rails in it, and then you have to pay for that when, to Donnie's point, you may want rubber horse mat flooring in it instead of carpet. We've got several blinds out here that we've done that. We got a deal on some carpet squares. So a lot of our blinds, we've got carpet squares, and we glued carpet squares around the bottom on the inside to help for noise dampening. It's kind of a blank shell is how we look at it, or
Yes.
how Donnie created it, to let the customer do what they want to do to the blind. Not, if you don't have the we'll call it the skills or know-how to customize your blind how you want it, and you want to, pay $4,000 for another blind that's already got all that installed, go do that. We're not your blind company.
No, but again, when you're talking about that, I love their blinds. I'm not going to sit here and bash anybody's blind. I'm the first one to stand up and say they are beautiful, functional, and for the right person, they're perfect. Where you do not have the time, or you have quality customers or quality friends, and that you want them to be in comfort. We're talking the average dad, grandkid. We got a mortgage, 2 cars. You can't even go to the store and build this blind for what we sell it for.
Yep.
This keeps it in a pocketbook, ready to go hunting situation, and it really fits the piece of the puzzle that what I tried to do, make it economical.
And I think you've nailed it. Like I said, it's for us out here on the ranch. We can customize it how we want it.
Yes.
And it costs us a lot less to do that than paying, to have it pre-done. And we can do it how we want to do it. On this particular blind, we went ahead and cut a floor insert for it and put carpeting on
yes.
it. We got a deal on carpeting, like I said. So, we did it ourselves. Some of our blinds, we've got the horse matting in it. Some of our blinds, we've bought the rubber from the home improvement store that locks together and put that in there for the floor.
And they glue them on the walls or anything. But and I've got guys who foam these things, and they're wonderful. But again, that is an option as a hunter with his pocketbook can do, but yet not break his bank. So,
exactly.
I will say, since I've started this since 2000, I was surprised and shocked at what the number of hunters have taken to the Lazy Man. We have probably over 30,000 blinds since 2000 that I have in the field. That's a big step for somebody who was just playing. And I was playing, folks. This is just a game, and I was building something for myself. But when it fit the needs and the niches of so many hunters, and when I see these kids and their bucks, and like Jeremy over here, he's only been hunting a year or two, really hard, and they get to make memories.
Absolutely.
And you don't have to spend all your money to do it. The land costs money. The travel costs money. But when you buy this is a 20-year product for you. That's a duration of money that you well spent that's not going to be blown away. And I've had so many. Just a little call the other day. Man had his fat girl out, said where it's going to. Tornado come through. He said it rolled it 300 yards this way. Turned around, rolled it 400 yards this way. And he says, I went out there expecting just with tears to see my blind that I'd put up, was fixed to put it on the tower. He said 2 windows was broke. 2 of the little plastic windows. $30 is all he had to replace for 2 of $60. He said it went through something that was more phenomenal than a tornado. But and at my farm where we make these, I've had a tornado, and I can show you some serious daisy slings. Boy, it was rough, but they're very tough. So, Brian, I appreciate you coming on board with me, and we're taking this adventure to another level. Folks, I hope you get to see a lot more Lazy Men toward the east part of the United States, and never know where we might be next. Keep a look on our website for our dealer list, and watch my crazy mind. You don't know what I'm going to build next. Thank you, folks. This Head Lazy Man thanks you. Appreciate it.